in the middle of a 50 grappling dummy throw workout, working on left-sided sode suri komigoshis. Just gonna knock out 5 more. But today's video is an update over the last 6 weeks since I made that one episode talking about like when I fell off and I lost purpose and how I just locked in with my new 3-4-2 routine. And basically I want to tell you how everything's been going for me mentally, on the mat, physically, energy-wise, spiritually, just how judo training in my unique way has been affecting me. 2 more. I never do left-sided sodes, so at the beginning of this workout, my form really sucked. It's crazy how just doing tons of repetitions can really like improve you with just one workout session. Grappling dummies are great, guys, if you don't have a training partner. 1 more. Okay. Whew. That was good. I feel like I locked in a lot of muscle memory in just one workout, 50 throws. But anyways, guys, yeah. For those of you who are kind of unfamiliar still with my 3-4-2 method, basically it's where I do it's kind of like the minimum standard for judo training to see really good progress for, I don't want to say the average judo athlete, but basically anybody. Even like Olympians can benefit from this, but it's the minimum. So 3 gym workouts a week, 4 solo sessions a week, like I'm doing now, or you could even do a dedicated like stretching day, because flexibility really helps your judo performance. I'm going to talk about that later in this video too. And then 2 randori sessions a week minimum. The randori sessions, that's like my non-negotiable of this method ratio, because if you want to get good, you gotta at least be going minimum and fighting 2 times a week. You can do more and obviously adjust the ratio, maybe do like less gym workouts if you're gonna do more randori. But honestly, I'm starting to notice throughout my journey, I'm just gonna like, this is unscripted, I'm just gonna tell you guys what I've been feeling from the heart. These last 6 weeks, first of all, my opinion on the gym for judo. I've only been doing randori twice a week, and just that much has really made me feel stronger, like physically first. We're gonna talk about mentally and spiritually later, but physically, man, because especially, I train in a competitive dojo. If you're fighting people who are like, killers and they compete nationally and they're strong guys, they're not going to be going easy on you. They're going to be pushing you down, heaving you. So it's your job to kind of resist. You don't want to get thrown. And what do you think that does for you physically? That strengthens your muscles. Particularly though, your fast twitch muscle fibers, which are like one of the most important muscles in my opinion anyways, because that's what really like is in charge of like functional muscle, like helps you like explode and just move around and do like cool feats, right? Slow twitch muscles are like, squats, but when are you ever going to use slow twitch muscles in real life scenarios other than like, taking out the trash that's like heavy, or I don't know, picking up like you know what I mean? So if you can do more randori than the gym and you identify as a martial artist, as a grappler, I'm all for it, So if I was training randori 3 times a week, I'd probably only be doing weightlifting like twice a week, doing 2 full bodies. There's really dedicated Japanese guys who go and, the national competitors that do randori like almost every day. But this is for like the average person, right? So randori is the best, guys. And then just everything collectively, right? Like I've been pushing myself to go to the gym. Like I'm working landscaping with my dad, and it's really physically taxing. And the 2 to 3 to 4 year old me would be like really like mentally like, oh no, this is so challenging, like I wish my life wasn't like this is so hard, I'm gonna just take a break, take today off, I'll train tomorrow. Versus now, after identifying my why, my purpose, I have people counting on me. I have to inspire you guys. I want to build my brand, I want to build myself up, I want to retire my parents, right? I can't like do it tomorrow. I have to do it today. I have to do it tired, Even after a long day of landscaping, I still carry my butt to the dojo and do randori on Wednesdays and Mondays. I went to the gym yesterday after working all day, all week. I had to skip like a Friendsgiving at church with my friends because, you know, I'm a dedicated man. I have goals I'm building. I have to sacrifice, you know, time spent socially for my goals. You know what I mean? And just doing this routine over just as short as 6 weeks has implanted all this mental fortitude through me. And honestly, in my opinion, that's more valuable than any like judo skill I'll learn on the mat. Is because when I'm old and I'm 80 or 60 or whatever, I'm probably not going to be able to move like I can now, right? But what will stay is how much mental strength, those neural connections that I built in my younger years. That's why I value the mental strength I'm building through this routine and pushing myself to do the work when I don't want to so much. There's something known as the AMC. I forgot what it stands for, but it's the part of your brain basically that controls the willpower, right? It's stronger in athletes because athletes suffer more. They work out and train in the cold. They go swimming in the cold. They go for runs in the cold. You know, they weightlift when they're depressed, stuff like that, right? You don't want to do it, but you have to do it because it's your job. That's your willpower getting trained, the AMC. And it's bigger in athletes versus like fat asses, right? Who are lazy. They have a weaker AMC, which is why they can't, you know, stop fapping. They can't like control what they put in their mouth, right? So think of it. You're strengthening the AMC by doing this type of training that I'm doing. And just think about how it's going to benefit the rest of your life. You know, if you're trying to build a business, it's going to make you do the work to get clients to, you know, get leads, post, blah, 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 when you don't feel like it. It's going to help you develop a relationship problem-solving skills, or, you know, problem-solving skills in general, so, like being more calm in social scenarios, de-escalating conflict, because you have more of that, like, advanced mindset. You know, there's so many like mental benefits from this, man, and it's just been 6 weeks. Now technically, how has it benefited me technically? Yeah, obviously it's there, like my technique is there, but I'm not gonna BS you guys and say like, oh, I learned some really amazing like judo skills in like 6 weeks and I managed to throw everybody on the mat. That's like BS. You guys know I'm not BSers, but like judo is hard. Like technique takes a bit more time to build for sure. But what I will say I've noticed in the last 6 weeks on the mat is just better cardio for sure. Like I'm learning like my weakness in particular after reviewing my footage when fighting stronger guys is my posture. Like guys really like tend to like pull me down. I can show you on the mat on this guy. Like when they, you know, they got my lapel like this, I really like slouch down. Then that gets an opportunity for them to do this. And it's really like hard, especially going against stronger guys. So I'm just learning how to posture up, like really use those back muscles to posture up, you know? Like they got me like this. And I'm learning how to like, you know, break the grip and like stand up. And even how fatigued I am from fighting so much, just mentally telling myself I'm not tired, because I know that manifests in my physical performance. And I just push through, I posture and like physically act like I'm not tired even though I am. And that just like helps me fight. And it's amazing, man. And I'm working with my client Andrew right now, and it's been like 2 or 3 months, and he's telling me how he's noticing like judo training is different from strength training, bodybuilding, hockey. It's not like the common sport, and he's noticing like how obsessing over it is really the key to getting good. And just those initial like couple days, it's really hard to get the ball rolling. But I'm telling you, even for me, after like being inconsistent previously, the last 6 weeks, it was really hard the first 1 to 2 weeks to go to randori and train, even when working, making content, helping my dad. But now I feel fine. And it's crazy. Just yesterday, I was on the way to the gym after working all day landscaping. Again, I had the Friendsgiving thing with church friends yesterday. I had to skip it because I have, you know, I made a promise to you guys. I'm gonna hit my 3-4-2 method every single day for the next year. So I had to sacrifice that. And I took myself to the gym. I had a meal. As soon as I got home, helped my dad like all day. We were doing like some like, you know, river stone installment with a retainer wall at somebody's like front yard yesterday, all day, just carrying like barrels of heavy river stone. Came back, ate a meal, did a client check-in with my guy Andrew. Right after that, planned some YouTube videos. In fact, this one today. And then I just went straight to the gym, did upper body workout and stretched. And then I came back home and I felt amazing. And yeah, I'm 26, I'm young, but like guys, like I'm probably like 12% body fat. I eat healthy and I'm working out a lot. No matter what age you are, what kind of physical energy type benefits do you think you're gonna get from that? Do you think you're gonna at least be more energetic and more like in a better mood and like more willing to say yes to activities with your kids, with family, with friends, etc. when you have this energy after work versus somebody who isn't as consistent? Which one would you pick? Which one do you think is more probable to say yes to those situations? Obviously the guy who's consistent. And I know it sucks at first to like get yourself to do something like the 3-4-2 if you have a busy schedule like mine, but let's be honest, most of you guys probably aren't doing landscaping and working a business at the same time. If you work an office job, yeah, I know those are draining too, but just come home, you know, rest a little bit, take a cold shower, and then get your gi, go to the dojo. Or buy yourself a grappling dummy and train, you know? And I'm telling you, after a couple of weeks, man, your life is gonna change completely, mentally, spiritually, physically. And then lastly, spiritually, how I believe it's been helping me is, it's just like how the concept of how you do one thing is how you do everything. Being disciplined with my 3-4-2 method, my judo training and my cardio, my stretching, my blah, 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 you guys know it, weightlifting, just not being able to miss that for the last 6 weeks, the same type of discipline and consistency I felt with my relationship with God. You know, to be honest, you would think that, but I'm not even gonna lie. As of recently, I just been so hung up on like, you know, business, blah, 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 helping my clients, blah, blah, blah. And I felt like, you know, these worldly things are kind of distracting me from God. But if say I was just doing the judo training and you know, my business, my social media wasn't there, I feel like it would be, they would come hand in hand. The same consistency I'm doing with my training, I would do, you know, with my relationship with God. Granted, I'm not saying it's complete crap. I'm still listening to the Bible every day. I'm going to Bible study every Friday, going to church every Sunday, and I pray pretty much every day, morning and night. But I don't know, like deep down, I still feel like I could do better spiritually. Like I feel like I'm getting like way too distracted with worldly things, you know, but thankfully I've pretty much like got a good control over my vices. Like you guys know, I used to use like kratom and like nicotine pouches to give me focus. That was not healthy. You know, like lust. I pretty much got a what's the word? A hang of that, a hold of that. You know, like recreational drugs, never really struggled there. Alcohol, never really struggled there. But if I ever were to, I know like the discipline and willpower that I developed from this, it would be an easy quit, you know? So it takes a different type of mindset to do judo, and it's like, if you're like, you know, you have at least been doing judo for 2 years, you're gonna be like more advanced mentally than the average person who does it. So guys, if you don't already follow me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. Highly recommend, because I'm posting my daily progress, my 3-4-2 method from morning to night, how I eat, how I train, my mindset. And I'm documenting it all on my Instagram stories. So if you need inspiration, you want to see how I train, get some ideas, go ahead and follow me there, Joey Gonzalez. And I do have a few spots open on my one-on-one coaching. If you guys need, you know, a personalized 3-4-2 method for yourself, and you want accountability for myself and learn how I train with the dummy, what to do at randori, how to get better in a shorter amount of time versus trying to figure it out on your own, go ahead and book a free call. The description has a link to my Calendly. Find a time that corresponds with your schedule, and then we'll see if you're a good fit. That's pretty much all I got for you, and I'll see you in the next episode.